Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy LexThomas21 back here for another movie review for you guys. This is my road to Infinity War, every single Marvel movie in the MCU review. I already reviewed the first Iron Man, I reviewed the second Iron Man, I also reviewed Incredible Hulk. Now we're going into the fourth MCU movie. We're already in 4 movies in, and we're with Thor. I really just watched it, and it's been a minute since I watched it, and I really went into it like, kind of forgetting about it a little bit, and went into it like I've never seen it before, and I kind of liked it better than I seen it the first time. Now when I first saw it the first time, I gave it the benefit of the doubt because I don't really know that much about Thor. I don't really know his background, don't know his history, don't know I never really read the Thor comics. So when I went into it, I said I'm gonna go look into it as a film, not actually knowing anything about the characters, not knowing anything about his world or anything like that. And I came out of it liking it very much. Now this movie right here was kind of the real gamble for them to do Infinity War. They really needed to go into the outer space, or the, as you say, cosmic being. And this movie right here really needed to explain it, how all these different worlds, as we could get into the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. It really needs to understand how does this exist, what does this take place in the universe, because within the first 3 MCU movies, we didn't really get that. I had a little hint of it in Iron Man 2, we're just talking about the Avengers Initiative, but this movie right here really showed us that they're really going to do the Avengers, because Thor is a big part of the Avengers, and it just shows that they're leading into something really big. Now, Chris Hemsworth plays as Thor, and he does an amazing job as well. I did not really know about Chris Hemsworth. I think this is the first thing I seen him in. Then I seen Cabin in the Woods after this. But I think he did a couple movies before he did this movie, and I think those movies wasn't released because of this film, and they were waiting to see what type of response they was going to get for this movie, then they released those other movies. Chris Hemsworth is amazing as Thor. I really can't see anyone else playing this character. That's why, like, when they're done with Avengers, I really don't want him to go, because no one else could play the character like him. Kenneth Branagh directed this, and he has a very Shakespearean background. He also plays Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. That's where I know him from. But he's also directed some other films as well. But this movie fits him very perfectly because of Asgard, because of the Viking feel, the Shakespearean feel to it. And he does a terrific job. The colors, the richness, the world, you really feel like this is another place that we've never been before. The visual style is on point. I love how he shows within the colors and the visual style that this is a different world. You can tell within, like, they show like a wide shot of Asgard, and you see the stars and the skies. It just feels like a totally different place, and I love that about this movie. I was recently watching, I said, this looks amazing, especially on Blu-ray. It looks amazing on Blu-ray. Let's go ahead and get to the action sequences. The action sequences are done massively, except there's certain points of the time where the director loves to tilt the camera a little bit on certain scenes that don't need to be tilted. I guess that's just another visual style of his. But the action sequences are done well. We get into the plot. This movie, it starts off as Thor is about to become the king of Asgard when he's ambushed by the Frost Giants. They're trying to take a relic within the chamber of all the relics, and Thor wants to go into battle, and he goes to Yomheim to confront them on why are they coming to him, why are they trying to start war. They get into a little scuffle. Odin brings them back to Asgard, and Odin banishes Thor onto Midgard, or shall we say Earth. And basically the whole story is a fish out of water story. Thor has to learn to become a good man without having his powers. He has to learn how to respect and be the person he needs to be in order to become king. And I really did like that type of tone for this movie, because we can't really understand Thor because he's a god. We have to see him as a human, and that's what they basically do with this movie. This is a fish out of water story, like I said. So there's certain scenes they use within comedic timing where There's things he does in his world what he tried to do in our world, like he drinks the coffee and he just smashes it on the ground, or the way he talks to characters. He's talking like he's in Asgard, but he's on Earth, and it's kind of funny. There's certain scenes where Thor just keeps getting hit by Natalie Portman's character. Natalie Portman's also good in this movie as well. She gets kind of put on the back burner about what she plays in the MCU. I didn't like her in the second Thor. We'll get to that later, but I really did like her as well. Especially I liked Eric Selvig as well. I didn't really care for the third character, Darcy. I didn't really care for her. She was just there just to try to be the one in the comedic for comedic timing, because she has some funny lines too. Overall, I really did enjoy the film. Now we got to get into Tom Hiddleston as Loki. That dynamic between Thor and Loki really makes this movie work. If we don't have that dynamic and those characters aren't good, especially if they don't have good bantering, the movie just doesn't work. You really feel for Loki. The Loki arc is basically just trying to prove his dad that he's a good guy. That's what he's trying to prove. And I really did enjoy that as well. I really did like the growth of that character, and I love the growth of Thor as well. If that didn't work, then the whole movie wouldn't have worked. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I really loved the color scheme. I love the theme of it. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10, though. It doesn't reach that 8 caliber. It's a very forgettable Marvel movie, but it's within the top 50, though, of all superhero movies, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe for more. The next review will be Captain America. Then after that, it will be Avengers. So I'm ready to get into those 2 reviews. Within that time set, I will be doing Black Panther as well, because that goes within the timeline to go into road to Avengers. So hope you guys are ready for that. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe for more. More MCU reviews will be coming in the future. And I'm honest with you guys. Peace.